Hey guys, we are working with lesson 32 today, which is called writing numbers through the hundred thousands. We're going through 100,000s today. Your homework is on pages 209 through 211, odds only. All right, it says recall that the first three digits in a number are, so we have this first place. This first place is our ones place. All right. So we have ones, then we have tens, and then we have our hundreds. So the three places to the left of the hundreds place, so if we're right here and we're going over to the next place, you would have our thousands, then 10,000s, and then 100,000s. 100,000s place. All right. So we have ones, tens, hundreds, comma. So I left this one. Ooh, I should have a comma here. We're going to put a little comma there. Circle it so it stands out a little bit. So we have ones, tens, hundreds, comma, thousands, 10,000, hundreds, thousand. Okay. So those are the 6 places that we're working with. Now, if you look at each number, and it says, how was the value of each place related to the value of the place to the right? So if I was at tens, and I wanted to look, what's the difference between tens and ones? Should think about that for a second. Or what's the difference between hundreds and tens? Or the difference between thousands and hundreds? It is times 10. And that's because we are on a base 10 system in the United States. So this is times 10. Ones times 10 is tens. Times 10 more will get us hundreds. Times 10 more will get us thousands. Times 10 more will get us 10,000. Times 10 more will get us 100,000s. Okay, so that's how our system works because we are in base 10 system. So all right, it says, in order to make a number easy to read, we use commas when writing numbers equal or greater than 1,000, okay? To read a whole number with 4, 5, or 6 digits, we read to the left of the comma and say thousands at the comma, and then we read the number after the comma. When we write a number in words, we place a comma after the word thousands. All right, lots of words here. Let's see how to do this. So what I'm going to do is take my finger and I'm going to cover up everything after the comma. Okay. So if I just saw this little 4 sitting there, how would you read just a 4? You would just say 4, right? So because it's that first comma, I would say 4,000. And then I'm just going to look at the other side and see what it says. And I'm going to read it like normal. 507. So if I was writing this, I would say 4,507, just like we did here, 4,507. So now I'm going to put my finger on this side because it's the first comma. So I'm just going to read this number like normal. If you saw a 3 and a 4 side by side like that, how would you say that? 34. So, and then since there's a comma, we're going to say 1,000. So 34,507. All right. And then we got an even bigger number. So I'm covering up because that's what happens. I feel like if we cover up, then you don't get so like, oh my goodness, there's so many numbers. So just cover up. It makes it a lot easier. So if I had 234, you would say 234. And now I have a comma, so I'm going to say 234,507. Okay, so when I see that first comma, we have to know that that's where we say the word thousand. Okay, and that's where we have our comma after 1,000. Now it tells us 4-digit whole numbers are often written without a comma. So if just the 4-digit numbers, some people don't write the comma. It's okay. I don't count it wrong if it's a 4-digit number without a comma. If it's a 5-digit, it's absolutely wrong. If it's a 6-digit, absolutely wrong. Okay. So it says like when we write the year. So when we write our year, I'm going to write 2020. You don't see people go, oh, it's 2020, 2020. We don't do that. So lots of people don't even add the comma on when it's a 4-digit. Okay. So let's look. We have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're missing something there, right? We need a comma. Absolutely. So I'm going to write the number here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And to figure out, we just did our earlier, we said there's ones, tens, hundreds, comma. So it's 1, 2, 3, comma. Super important. You know that. So you got your first digit over here. You have to start in the ones place. 1, 2, 3, comma. So you do it this time. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Perfect. If you know where that comma goes, it's going to help you out so much better. Okay. You're going to be, this isn't going to be hard as long as you know where that comma goes. All right. So you got to go 1, 2, 3, comma. So I'm going to write 1, 2, 3, comma. Just so you can remember. All right, so now that we have it written with a comma, it's easier to read because I'm going to cover up just like we did before. And if I just saw a 2 and a 3, how would you read that? 23. All right, so we're going to write that. 23. All right, so now that we have the comma, we know that's our first comma, so it's our thousands comma. So I'm going to write 23,000. So 23,000. You have a comma in your number. You also have a comma in your word. 23,000, and then I'm going to cover this side up. How would you read 4, 5, 6? 456. 456. All right. It says in the census, the Fort Worth had a population of this big old number. Use words to write the population. All right. So I need practice just reading the number. I'm going to cover up 534,000. So 534,694. All right, that's how many people. Let's see. We got to write it in words. So 534,000. 534,000. And there's your comma. And then on this side, we have 694. Oof. Write this long number in expanded form. Remember, expanded is when we're stretching it out, so we're making that big old number sentence with this. All right, so I'm going to look. I have a 7. What place is that in? Let me see. So ones, tens, hundreds. We know that one's thousands, so that's 10,000. All right, so I need a 7. And it's in the 10,000 place, so that should be 1 0 there, and then the 3 zeros. So 70,000. And then now I need to scooch over to my thousands. 5,000. And then how many hundreds? 6. How many tens? 3 of those. And then how many ones? So I can make it expand it out. 70,000 plus 5,000 plus 600 plus 30 plus 4. All right, the next one says which digit in 345,678 is in the hundred thousands place. I'm going to go up here to my chart. 100,000. So there's my comma. I need to go 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3 over from the comma. Let's see. Comma, 1, 2, 3. So the 3 is in the hundred thousands place. All right, my next one says compare. We got 510,000 or 501,000. So I'm looking. The 5's the same. Then I have a 1 and a 0. Which is bigger, 1 or 0? 1, absolutely. So that one's bigger. All right, and our last thing says write these numbers from least to greatest. So smallest to biggest. Well, I'm first going to look at how many places I have. So this one has in the 10,000s. 1, 2, 3, 100,000s. 1, 2, 10,000s. 1, 2, 3, 100,000s. 1, 2, 3, 100,000s again. So I need to stick with my 10,000 one. So it's 23,000 or is 78,000 bigger or smaller? I need the smallest. So 23,000 would go first. Then our 78,000. Okay. I need to split these up a little bit because I have that comma there. It makes it look. Let me do it like this. After 78,000, so we got 230, 870,000, or 500,000. So if I'm just looking at the first part of those numbers, which do you think? 230, 870, or 500? 230,000. All right, now I got 870 or 500,000. 500,000, definitely. And last but not least, 870,000. 870,000. All right, be sure if you have questions about this that you're asking in class, because tomorrow's lesson we're going to the 100 millions. Okay, so I want you to make sure you understand this part because we're going on to bigger numbers tomorrow. All right, we need to fold this hamburger and, of course, label it. Let's see, we are on, this is lesson 33, which is writing numbers through the 100,000s. Through 100,000. All right, be sure to do your homework and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.